All right, everybody, we're going to get started. Thank you for joining us today for the webinar on becoming a Walmart dropship vendor. Today's presenters are myself. My name is Kelly Beatty, and I work here in customer success and partnerships. And today our special guest from Walmart is Chris Janaszewski, who is the Senior Strategy and Business Development Manager.
Everybody, Chris here at Walmart.
Hi, Chris. Thanks. Today's agenda, we're going to talk a little bit about Walmart and how they function as a company, and then we're going to move on to how and why to become a dropship vendor, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how GeekSeller can help you. So I'm going to turn it over to Chris to start a little bit about Walmart.
Thanks very much, Kelly, and very nice to meet you, everybody. A little bit about me. So my name is Chris Janaszewski. As Kelly said, I work at Walmart and I manage the channel partner program there. I've worked with GeekSeller for nearly 2 years now, and we've got a really great partnership. GeekSeller came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden a lot of marketplace sellers were using them and they were doing a great job. And what we see is that when a marketplace seller uses GeekSeller as opposed to going direct, the performance has improved significantly. They make more sales, they have a better service to customers. So really grateful for all the work and commitment GeekSeller have put into the partnership. Okay, over to the deck. So e-commerce, as you know, is growing rapidly. Projected to reach $700 billion in the US by 2020. And various reputable sources estimate different growth rates. So NRF projects about 12% growth, while Internet Retailer gives a more optimistic number of 15%. Walmart.com is outpacing the market in competition with 44% year-over-year growth. In the ever-changing retail landscape, Walmart is uniquely positioned to enable customers to research, shop, and receive goods when, where, and how they want. On the partnerships side, we now offer more B2B opportunities and programs that we'll discuss today. A few stats on the current state of the business. So Walmart is the world's largest omnichannel retailer, with Fortune 1. On Walmart.com, there are now around about 75 million unique SKUs, online items, and this is growing fast. And this is what we look to our partners that work with us on Marketplace and the Dropship program to really help us pad out this assortment and give our Walmart.com customers access to the products that they want to buy online. In terms of visits to the site, we get up to 100 million unique visits a month on Walmart.com. So what you'll see on the site, the types of customers that come to Walmart.com are not necessarily the same as that come to Walmart stores. We have a much broader set of demographics. So we have families with kids. More than half of our online shoppers are married or partnered and have kids. And millennials are our largest generational segment, actually over a third of our customers. We also see that more than half Walmart.com customers have medium to high household income and own a home. These demographics often provide a good indication of the types of products they want to buy. So when I say the demographic is different to Walmart stores, what this means is Walmart.com customers are looking for a lot more products and a lot wider range of assortment online than they are when they visit the store. So what are all these customers looking for when they shop on Walmart.com? Well, interesting insights came from the annual Kantar report on Walmart, which shows 66%, an overwhelming majority of customers are looking to achieve a good deal on the site. They're looking for value, and that's typical for Walmart, and that's to be expected, given our motto is save money, live better, i.e. helping our customers save money so they have more to spend on their lives. Other things that play into this are experience. So they want to have a stress-free purchasing experience. You may also look at the convenience piece in line with this as well. And when we look at how our competitor up in Seattle has really set the standards for customer experience and delivery experience online, you'll notice a lot of new programs coming out from Walmart that do aim to make it a seamless experience for customers, make it really easy to find what they want at the right price and buy the products. In terms of assortment, we've got 75 million SKUs. We're expanding all the time across Marketplace, Dropship, and Walmart owned. And you'll see a lot of interesting brands coming up on the site that you wouldn't necessarily have thought you would see in the stores. So when you're thinking about which products you want to sell online, don't feel restricted in terms of, you couldn't see this product on the shelf in Walmart. Maybe a Louis Vuitton we might not be ready for that yet, but there are some other great sort of mid-range brands that we're very keen to get on the site. Okay, so why would you want to sell, or why would you want to go down the DSV or the dropship path? For those that don't know, there are two ways in which a third-party merchant can sell or can partner with Walmart to sell the products on .com. The first is Marketplace. It's been around since mid or early 2016. The second is the dropship model. In terms of the DSV partnership, so in terms of the Marketplace partnership, you're all, or many of you are probably familiar with that. That's where the merchant owns the inventory. The merchant pushes the products to Walmart.com, sets the price, manages the customer support, manages the returns, and on Walmart.com, when you're going down the Marketplace model, the item is marked as sold by merchant ABC, for example. So you do get some reference to you as a company on the site. In terms of the dropship model, this is very different. So from a customer perspective, the customer views that they are buying from Walmart.com. And Walmart being a huge retail brand, that actually increases conversions for the product. As a merchant, when you go down the dropship model, you're responsible for holding the inventory and then fulfilling the orders. When Walmart generates a sale, they will pass you an order, you fulfill it, pass back the tracking information, and that's your work done. Walmart will handle all of the customer support, will handle the returns. In terms of benefits to this model, so it's much lower touch for a merchant. Walmart actually covers all of the shipping expenses using Walmart's discounted carrier rates. So the total cost of the item plus shipping is actually reduced, which is great for the market, for Walmart.com and for the customer. As a dropship item, the product will also be made available for certain unique Walmart services, such as pickup from store and returns in store. 2-day free shipping is a focus for Walmart, and what's something we really want to offer to customers across the board. 2-day free shipping isn't available to products through the Marketplace model yet, but it is available to dropship items. So when a customer comes online, they will see that they can get the item within 2 days if it's dropship. There are also a few more opportunities in terms of what merchants can do to promote their products. So if you were to visit advertising.walmart.com, you'll see there's actually a search where you can pay to promote your product around the site other than just in natural search. And one other extra feature of the dropship program is that we've built the technology to be able to cross-list products from Walmart to Jet.com. That's not to say that all products will automatically be pushed there, but for ones that Walmart's category team deem a good fit for the more niche Jet.com site, they may well get pushed over there. As a merchant, you'll receive an order in the same way when it's sold on Jet.com. There'll be no difference there, and you'll fulfill it in the same way. Okay, so as with Marketplace, a set of qualification criteria to keep the quality up on the site, so does Dropship. So we expect you to be a professional business in terms of having a federal taxpayer ID, and a registration number. We also require, slightly different from Marketplace, we require that you have product liability insurance. So a minimum of $1 million per instance and $2 million aggregate. Similar to Marketplace, you've got to be fulfilling from a US warehouse, or ideally 2 or more US warehouses. And this could be your own warehouses, or they can be third-party logistics warehouses. What you can't do is use Amazon FBA warehouse. There may be some instances where we might want to come and audit your warehouse, and we might also want to take a look at where you're finding products, or how you're sourcing your products. Let's say we're not as interested in you as making sure that you're sourcing them responsibly. Noting versatility. So when a customer decides to return an item, we don't pass it back to the merchant as the dropship vendor. These are liquidated. So you've got to factor that into your costs and into your model when looking to go down the dropship route. As with Marketplace, you've got to provide GTINs or UPCs for all your products so we can match them on the site.
Thanks so much, Chris. I know we have a common question about how to apply to become a DSV seller. One of the things to note is that although there is an application on the DSV site, if you're going to be using GeekSeller, please contact our team to apply and we'll help you through that process. So now we're going to get into a little bit. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No, just thank you.
Great. So we're going to talk a little bit about how GeekSeller can help you get started in the onboarding process and a little bit about everything. So how the onboarding process works is that there's really 3 main steps. One is the approval and invite. The second is how you choose to print your shipping labels. And the third is how you set up your products. All of these our GeekSeller team will help you through, and we have tons of documentation for. So a little bit about the approval and invite process. When you apply to become a DSV seller, if you're already selling with GeekSeller, you can contact us directly and we'll send you the onboarding steps. If not, you would sign up with GeekSeller first, we would approve your application, and you would receive all the necessary information for completing the onboarding steps. One of the first major steps is inviting us to your supplier center. What this does is this allows us to set up your API. It allows us to help you with your products. Basically, it allows our team to kind of just streamline the whole process of onboarding. The next step is choosing how you print your shipping labels. One of the big things, like Chris said, is that Walmart pays the shipping on all DSV orders using their FedEx and UPS accounts. So what you can do is connect those to us, and that way, when you go to ship an order, it's always sent to their accounts. In some cases, when you receive an order, this doesn't happen a lot, but you may see it occasionally. You may see an order that is shipped USPS instead of FedEx or UPS. Like I said, this doesn't happen a lot, but in case it does, you can always ship it with either your personal USPS account or just ship it USPS, and then create a case in your supplier center for the reimbursement. If you're going to be using GeekSeller's master panel to generate your labels, we have a partnership with EasyPost that offers USPS commercial plus pricing, so you can actually connect those accounts and get some of that low pricing options. So a little bit about shipping standards. If you are already a seller on Walmart as like Marketplace seller or on Jet, you're probably pretty much familiar with these. A seller name and address can be on the box. It's required for shipping. All boxes should be unbranded. This means that there's no promotional material on the outside or other company logos. It should just be a plain box or packaging. You don't need to offer a packing slip. A lot of you are familiar with how we do our packing slips, these meet all of the Walmart DSV requirements, and these can actually be printed right off of our platform. So it's easy and quick if you'd like to include those, but it's not required. Another one about promotional materials is that you also cannot include them in your packaging or on it. So just like you want a regular box, you want your packing slips to be unbranded, no promotional materials inside. And in terms of all the labels and ship to site and store, those kind of documentations, GeekSeller can handle all of that and is already set up to be able to print and get you shipping those packages. We offer 3 solutions for printing your labels. The first one is our GeekSeller platform. We refer to this as our master panel. And basically, what you can do from this is you can connect your Walmart's FedEx and UPS accounts. And from there, your orders would be funneled into here. And all you would have to do is all of the options are going to be automatically pre-selected for you. So all you have to do is print the label, put it on your box, and send it off. In here, you also have the option to print your invoices and packing slips. Some of you may already be a ShipStation customer or working on that process. So if you are, we can also connect to ShipStation. So we can pull in your orders from Walmart, send them to ShipStation. You can go ahead and ship them there. There are a few things you'll need to do to set up those labels. And then we'll pull back in the information and mark those orders as shipped. So if you're interested in that, you can let us know also. And our third one is a custom integration. Some people are currently using custom stores, or if you ship using a 3PL, like Chris said, you cannot use FBA to ship these orders. So, but if you are using some other 3PL, you can talk to our team and we can definitely get something set up for you to be able to ship those labels that way. So one of the other advantages is being able to do site to store. What this means is you're shipping it to the store and your customer is picking it up from there. There are a couple things that you need to know when sending these orders. You'll need this, on the right here, you'll see this orange packing tape as well as an ASN label. What this means is that it just alerts their team that it's a site to store package and lets them go through the process of getting that ready for the customer. So some of the requirements is having only the one tracking number, the ASN store label, one label per tracking number on the box, this orange site to store packing tape here, and they want it on a minimum of 2 labels touching 4 sides of the carton. And a lot of you had questions about where you can get this. Walmart will actually get that shipped out to you once you become a DSV seller. So these are just some of the requirements. We can also send you additional documentation and information about site to store. So a little bit about shipping packages directly from our platform. Basically what happens is that Walmart sends your order, and then it's going to come into our system, and we can either send it to FedEx, UPS, or like we discussed, that Easy Post if you need to ship it USPS. The FedEx and UPS is all set up by our team, so we can help you through that whole process. So right here, you'll see a really nice view of what our panel looks like. It's very easy to use. You'll see on the left-hand column here, any order that says ship me is in need of shipping. Anything that says shipped was already shipped. All you need to do is select an order, and then you'll see on the right side down here, you can just buy the label. The correct shipping method is pre-selected. This is the most cost-efficient one. So all you have to do is click Buy Label, print the label, and you're all set. So like we also talked about, not only can you print the labels from here, but you'll see on the right side under shipping that you can also print invoices, packing slips, and those ASN site to store labels. So all of this can be done from this single platform. So if you're going to be using our platform to ship your labels, we'll need to connect Walmart's FedEx and UPS accounts. And like I said, our team is here to help. It can be a little bit of a complicated process, but we're really professional with it, so we'll get it done as fast as possible. On the right here, you'll see an option to print the labels. Basically, everything is pre-selected, and all you need to do is click Get Rates and print the label. So it's a very fast, simple process. So with our master panel, not only can you ship your DSV orders, but you can have all of your marketplace orders funneled into here to ship. When you connect Walmart's FedEx and UPS accounts, you can also connect your personal accounts. So if you'd like to pull in your orders from the Walmart Marketplace or Walmart Canada or Jet, and we have a lot of other ones you can pull in also, we can put it all into that one master panel, and you can use those accounts, like your personal accounts, just like you would use Walmart's DSV. You can get your rates here, you can ship your labels, very simple, easy to use. And shipping quotes can be accessed from this panel as well. So if you have multiple accounts connected, you'll be able to get quotes for all the different types of shipping options. So this is great if you want to see the most cost efficient versus delivery times. You can really sort by anything. You can sort by name and value, delivery time, pricing. So it's a great way just to see all of your quotes in one spot. So the other option is generating your shipping labels with ShipStation. Like we talked about, if you're already a ShipStation user or you're going to be using ShipStation, we can connect directly to them, send your orders, and you can ship from ShipStation. There are a few automation rules that you'll need to set up to make the process basically streamlined, but our team can provide you all of that documentation, and we're here to help with any of that. And then this is just a graph showing how the data is flowing with ShipStation. Basically what's happening is we're pulling in the order from Walmart, and then it's going to ShipStation. You'll be able to generate your ASN labels from ShipStation as well as your just regular tracking information. Once that's shipped, we'll pull the information back into GeekSeller and send it off to Walmart to mark it as shipped. And one of the most important things is setting up your products. If you're already a marketplace seller, the process is similar. We have several different options to import products. So our first one is if you're already selling in Supplier Center. So if you're already an active DSV seller coming to us, we can pull in your products from Supplier Center. One thing to note is that data can't fully be transferred from there, so we might have some missing information that we'll need to fill in. If you have the original form, we can use that, or we may be able to pull it from different other places. So you can contact our team, and our team can do that for you. If you're selling on other platforms, we can import from different marketplaces. If you're already a GeekSeller user, you know that we can import products from several different marketplaces, so it's the same idea. There are a few things that DSV requires that a lot of these other platforms don't, so there may be some data formatting that's needed from your side. If you have your data already in a spreadsheet, that's great. We can move it to our template and easily upload it and get it sent to your Supplier Center. Or if you don't have any data started and you're new to this, you can absolutely just create new products from our panel. We have a very easy to use interface. So just simply put in the information and send it off to Walmart. Things to know though, with DSV, like I said, there are some specific things that will be required that other marketplaces do not. So our team is definitely here to help you if you have any questions with that. We can try and help you format that data, but we definitely may need some assistance from your side when formatting it. And just a few resources to note. We have a great FAQ page where There's pretty much documentation on everything you could want. It's at support@geekseller.com. And you can always visit Walmart's FAQ page at marketplace.walmart.com for any questions you have. And of course, our team is always here if you need to reach us. You can reach us by email at support@geekseller.com. You also know we have live chat, and you can always schedule a phone call. All right, so we're going to move on to our QA portion. We did have a few of you sending questions beforehand, so I think Chris is going to answer a few of them for you.
Hello, Chris again here. Presentation. One thing I wanted to talk about is a little bit more on the onboarding side. So some of you may already be on Marketplace, and on Marketplace, we have what I should say is a fairly seamless onboarding process. On the dropship side, we ask that you stay committed to it. And dropship is a much more established legacy model with Walmart, and as such, we do have a few different systems that you will touch as you're going through onboarding. So the way it will work is GeekSeller will submit your interest to us. We upload you into the system. We will then invite you to create a contract for each of the categories that you want to sell products in. And so if you don't have a contract for a particular category, you won't be able to sell the products. So make sure you surface which categories you want to sell in. We'll invite you individually for each one. When you get the invite, you will register in a tool called Retail Link, which is basically just giving you a login. So you'll then be able to access the Global Supplier Management Tool, or GSM tool. When you first go into GSM, you will set up a profile there, and you will execute the contracts that you want to sell for the categories you want to sell products in, and you'll get approved by our Ent and Build team there, and you will receive a vendor ID. And once you have a vendor ID, you will then be able to access Supply Center, where you will go, you will configure your shipping settings, configure your warehouses, and that's where the onboarding piece actually starts. At that point, we'll also be working with GeekSeller, who have implemented the APIs so you can seamlessly upload your products. You're deemed to be live when you have one product published. But unlike Marketplace, where I think we make you push at least 20% of your catalog live, we don't have a minimum on the dropship side. So I would recommend make every effort you can to get at least 20% of your products live out of the gate. And then you're live and you're ready to go. In terms of, there were a couple of questions came over that Kelly sent me before the call. I'm just looking for them now. There was one question about marketing or promoting your products on the site. On Marketplace, we don't currently enable anything like that, but on Dropship we do. So if you visit advertising.walmart.com, you will see how you can invest dollars to actually position your product around the site to get it seen, as opposed to just waiting for it to build up in the rankings. Another question that was asked, great question, is can a third-party marketplace seller also be a dropship vendor? The answer is yes. So you can sell on Marketplace, you can be a dropship vendor, you could actually do both, and you could do both for the same item. One of the core differences between the model from a merchant perspective is that on Marketplace, Walmart takes a commission similar to other marketplaces in the ecosystem. Walmart takes a commission around about 15%, give or take, per category on the total price, sale price of the product plus shipping. On the dropship side, it's a wholesale relationship, so you specify the cost and recommend a customer-facing price, and that's the margin between where Walmart makes some money on this. Bear in mind, Walmart's also going to make some money too. So ideally, we look for a minimum of 30% margin on products. In apparel, we're really looking for 40% or above. So just bear that in mind when you're setting the cost of your item. Also note that within the API, there is not the functionality to change your cost. So while on Marketplace, you can continually modify your prices as the market changes. On Marketplace, the cost you set up front is the cost, and the only way to change that is to call into support, ask to speak to a category specialist, and ask them to change the cost. There's a bit of work for you to do there, so get the cost and the recommended price right out of the gate, and it will save you a lot of hassle. Another question, does Walmart accept sellers who handle fresh products? Interesting. So grocery and consumable is definitely something we want in the first-party ecosystem. That includes dropship and also Walmart-owned inventory. In terms of fresh products, we're not there yet in terms of working with dropship vendors that sell fresh products. So I would say no, don't look to pass those into the ecosystem unless you've had a conversation with a category manager or a category specialist and they expressly ask you to do so. So stay away from fresh products. Those are the questions I had sent over. Anything else, Kelly?
I think that's all we have for now. If anybody has any questions for us or Chris, you can reach our support team, and we're happy to answer anything for you.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody. Appreciate your time. Look forward to getting you on board as a Walmart dropship vendor.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Chris, for being here.
Cheers. Bye-bye.